Brent had to go run and hit start on Instagram. It's us.
Are we live?
Oh, we're live as shit.
Oh, shit. Awesome, dude. Well, welcome everybody to the Wheel and Trigger podcast. We've got Joey Bourdon on tonight, and then it's just me and Robert tonight. So sorry, everybody, if you wanted to see Brent. Oh, there he is. All right,
Damn.
good.
Sorry about that. We're trying to go live and stream on Instagram. So I had it pulled up on my other computer. And yeah, so hopefully we are live on Instagram. We'll see.
We
Jay.
shall find out soon.
What is up, dog?
What's up, brother?
Chilling. I was just saying in the green room, like I'm amped tonight. I don't know why. I got this energy. I am stoked for the night show for a lot of reasons.
Well, we got Joey Bourdon on. There's a lot of
That's
cool
one
stuff
reason.
going on in RC. A lot of
That's
cool
three.
races have happened.
That's
And
three.
man, there's a lot of cool products I can't wait to share that just came out that I'm pretty
Yeah.
excited about.
Yes, there's two that I've got also. I don't know because we don't ever talk about what we're going to do on the show. If you have the same two, but
I'm
do
pretty
have two.
sure that I'll have one of the same two that you have. And it rhymes with Brultimate Clutch. Am I right?
Brultimate brunch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Am I
you're
right?
definitely right, dude. That
Okay.
thing is so fucking gnar. I'm excited
Dude,
to talk
wild.
about it.
It's crazy how something so simple. We'll get into it later. But man, something so innovative with something so simple. It's
Very
great.
simple, very innovative, very great.
Love it.
What's up, Taylor DeLosa? He has been here since 7:50. An hour and 10 minutes waiting for this show to start. What is up, my dog? Mike Bellotti. Man, what is up, dude?
What is
Rand?
happening?
Ryan Rand was at the RC Pro-Am, and he will definitely have new Ultimate Clutch in his ride because that's just Ryan Rand's rad like that. Eric
Yep.
Lundball, what is up, boys?
Yes, and Scott Foy. Scott Foy is in here, and he's watching. One of the killer up and coming, or not up and coming, renowned painter now in SoCal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, I think now's the time in this program where, as we get started, that we ask all of our followers, anyone that's watching right now, to please go ahead and like and share this actual video on your social media. That way we can get this thing rolling. We're definitely looking to break the internet with 113 people tonight or more. It would be great. But 113 is kind of the number for tonight.
Dude, your energy is kind of feeding off on me. I was feeling a little tired, a little not down in the dumps, but just a little low. And you're bringing me up, man. You're bringing me up.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
Get me up before you go, Brent.
Yeah, I like it. So who needs music when we can just have Chase sing for us?
Absolutely. Stoked and psyched to be here. Man, so what did you do last weekend?
What did I do last weekend? I promoted and raced the RC Pro-Am last weekend. We're gonna talk a little bit about that after we get everything started.
Very cool.
What did you do last weekend?
Man, I went to Arizona and went wakeboarding and cliff jumping and tubing and shit all weekend, man. Had a blast.
That sounds like something I want to do right now.
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun.
Every bit of it. All right. Well, what do you say we go ahead and drop this here intro and our disclaimer for all the newbies that might be watching tonight? What do you say?
We got to let them know.
Let them know.
The following podcast is a group of people who will be talking shit, drinking, using cuss words and living their best lives. The opinions or views expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of their sponsors, supporters or anyone important outside of the four walls of the show. If you are not 18 or older, we suggest talking to your parents about this podcast before watching it and becoming scarred for life. We hope you will enjoy this and not get butthurt or become a keyboard warrior after taking it all in. Thank you for watching and supporting us on our journey.
What is up? We're live.
What?
If you leave sky, whoa. If you leave
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, that intro gets me every time. Gets me psyched. Shout out to Kyle Neary out of Wolfton, RC. No longer a sponsor of us, but we still love you, buddy.
Still boys. Got to hang out with him last week. He's just super busy right now. He's not focusing on Wolfden like he normally does. And I can understand. I mean, it's when you got a life and children and women and all that, you know, sometimes the hobby business has got to be put to the side until you can devote some time to it. So
yeah, chicks and women will get you distracted for sure.
So yeah, might as well get right into it because in where do I want to start? I do have some notes.
Okay.
But why don't we? I'm going to let you start with the products because
okay, there's a bunch. I mean, I got a bunch.
I have two.
I just flooded Robert. Everybody, welcome Robert Ehrlich to the show. Our producer, DJ Bronze League.
I'm back.
What's up, Robert?
What's up? I'm back in person.
Yeah, he took the last one off. I don't blame him because it literally was like a tornado rainstorm, and he might have been having a little bit of car trouble that day. But
yeah, I won't go into the whole story here, but you know, I lost a little bit of faith in the world because I've always trusted in Costco, man. That place is always the joint, and they try to fuck me raw.
Really? What was your story with Costco? What happened? Because I mean, I trust in Costco.
Basically, I have a car battery from Costco that wouldn't turn over. It's under warranty for 1.5 years. I show up. I share a membership with my father. My father's got the same name as me. I just borrow the card. I give him a little bit of money, and whenever I want to go to Costco, you know, I just take the card. Pops is out of town for a month. They would not look at my battery. They would not look at me because I did not have the card. And they told me if I wanted to exchange my battery, he would need to be in person. And if I wanted to get a new battery, I could go buy my own membership right now and then buy a new battery. So I told them I'll, you know, buy it. And this is over the course of an hour because I talked, you know, I got sent to department to department to department. So by the very end, when the head lady, I had the god of Costco.
Oh.
And she was like, well, you could just go get a membership. And I was like, oh, so you want me to get a membership to buy the battery that I should get for free? And she's like, yeah. I was like,
no, but she's like, no, you really shouldn't get it for free because you're impersonating your fucking dad. You know?
It's just, so I was just like, all right, I'll go fuck myself. I went and saw Bob at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. He smoked a cigarette and he was like, they wouldn't take that son of a bitch. And I was like, all right, Bob.
Well, I will say Sam's is better. I firmly believe that.
He's fucking spoken through a true Lowe's guy.
Coming from the guy that only goes to Home Depot for his coffee. So whatever, man, whatever.
Anywho, glad you're back, Robert. Thanks for joining us and controlling the show because we definitely need it. Some control on the boards.
Yeah, it sucks when I have to do it by myself because I've done it a couple times now. When I'm trying to answer the phone, see, Robert can muffle like the ringtone. You cannot turn off the ringtone on the Skype phone number that we have, so it starts dinging, and I'll be in the middle of talking to you guys, and then it's like doo, 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 and I'm like, I gotta answer it. I gotta tell them like you're live. You know, fuck that, man. That's why Robert's here, and we love having Robert here. So welcome back, Robert.
Absolutely, Robert makes our life easy.
Hey, let's go.
And speaking,
okay.
Go ahead, Robert. Go ahead, Robert.
I was gonna say, and if you love Robert, check out our YouTube shorts.
Hell yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I'm working to those.
Yeah, dude, they're very good. They're very good. Awesome. Speaking of making life easy, let's talk about the brands that make our podcast easy. All right. The brands that are supporting this podcast are not only brands, they are awesome brands that we handpick and we reach out to them. So every brand on this podcast has been hand selected by us. And here they are. Title sponsor, One Up Racing, bringing you all the best accessories imaginable and always coming up with cool new shit. And we definitely have a spotlight on them and their new products because they came out with some cool new stuff. ProMotion, Nitro Pro, Tekno RC. Those are our main guys. Those are the guys that are bringing the bread and the butter into the Wheel and Trigger podcast. And then J&T Bearing Co. Get Shit Done Coffee. They just sent me a box of coffee, which I'm stoked, man.
Yeah, me
Did you
too.
get a box of coffee too?
I did, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you. Fucking thank you. I love that.
Yeah,
Nitro.
box of coffee,
Fucking
some
canned
stickers.
coffee.
They got all kinds of, not only they're a coffee brand, they're supporting communities of entrepreneurs and everything like that. Sent me a bunch of coffee and stickers. It was rad. TZO Tires, we got a spotlight on them today. Mark Santa Maria, MSM Nation, he's in the podcast. Beach RC, RC Sign Up, Racecraft USA, and RC Box Club.
Fuck yeah.
That's
So
everybody, man.
I want to highlight
Did
a
I say
couple
J&T
comments.
Bearing Co.? J&T Bearing Co.
Pretty sure you did, but we never
Okay.
can say our sponsors enough. But I got a
Thank
couple.
you guys.
I got a couple of comments that come through that I want to highlight because we were talking about checkout shorts, and our boy Jerry K, he says, I only check out jean shorts. I ain't gonna lie. Me too. And then Mike Lopes, he drops a good one. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Thank you guys for getting involved and oh, wow.
Camden Lime's in there. He's staying
Yeah.
quiet for now, but I'm sure he's going to lighten up a little later.
Yeah.
Once we bring in JB, Joey Bourdon. He's back in the background. He's just waiting for us to let him in.
He's in the green room. Let's cover a couple things and then we will bring in Joey. I'm excited to talk with Joey. I had to spend last week with him. Let's do products and then I want to talk about events while Joey's on here because he's going to be participating in a lot of them or all of them or did participate in them. So let's do products and then let's bring on our guest of honor for the night.
Absolutely. Do you have
You
products?
You start.
I
got two. But
well, I sent Robert like a bunch. Like I went on to liverc.com, which is a really good news hub still, for finding out what's going on, seeing the new stuff. And I just kind of scrolled through that and picked out what I liked.
I think we could
Robert. But you know what? Facebook's tough. There's a lot of, there's like new babies, fresh new RC product.
Fuck.
Somebody's doing this, fresh new RC product. It's tough. So I go to LiveRC. Somebody's doing this new RC product. It's tough. I just want to see the new RC products. That's where I want to go. And for me, LiveRC is where I'm going to go for that.
Okay.
Where else is there? Is there somewhere else?
I mean, there's Circus RC. It's a little European, but I love Chris Circus, and he actually tries hard.
Yeah, Chris Circus is a badass dude, and Circus RC is rad.
He's one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
Listen, Live RC is they are a pioneer in what we do. They are 100% all about. They helped drive RC to where it is today. I just wish that once they took on bigger things that they would have said, hey, we need a division of RC that is still being worked on all the time while we go and do these bigger and better things and not just kind of like redhead stepchild us. And that's kind of how a lot of people feel. But the news, real simple, just, send in the news and they post it. But
the news is rad. Live updates on your racing. Every single person at every single RC race is on Live RC watching everything that's going on live time, So mad respect to Live RC.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we go. Straight from Live RC. Here's the new products.
All right,
start
with the first one, Robert.
Okay, so we've got Team Coyote. Team Coyote broke on the market this year, and they are now coming out with so much shit. Like they started pretty slow, and now they're coming in heavy. The Crest ESC, that's really was just like a little snippet of what I wanted to say about Coyote. They just came out with a more of a bashing ESC motor combo type thing, but this is looks like their racing RC. I mean, ESC. And now they're coming with motors. They got batteries. I mean, they're hitting it pretty freaking hard. So shout out to Crest RC. I mean, Coyote. I mean, they've got the top dogs. They've signed them all. They got a team already, and they are dropping stuff. It seems like almost every single day. So shout out to them. They're
We're
coming in
carrying-
hard.
We're carrying all that stuff at beachrc.com for anybody that's looking for it. Actually,
Yeah.
all the new 1/10 motors. We've already had all the 8th scale competition stuff that they have, batteries, everything right now. But 1/10 stuff's on the way. So definitely, if you're looking for it, beachrc.com would be the place to get it.
And I got a couple of them right here. Shit. I got Crest 8 scale one, 10 scale one, and that's what I've been running in the short course truck. So
Nice.
man, I really like it. I mean, easy to program, Bluetooth. There's no modules, no shit. You just get an app and you can program your ESC from the app. It's pretty awesome.
It's also nice to see another aluminum color out there than the normal, right? Like we see all the blacks, the reds, the golds, the gunmetals, and they came in with like a teal, like light baby blue. It's nice to see something that is a little bit on the original side of color coordination. So I
Yeah,
dig that.
it's very sleek look, and man, they're slaying it. They're doing really good. They're coming out strong.
What up, JV from the Bangkok, man? I saw that track that you were at today. Looks like you are enjoying yourself, dude. Thanks for watching all the way out there.
What's up, Frank and Cheris? What's up? All right, what do we got next, Robert?
All right, Robert, throw us something good.
Hey, there we go. We got the Wally builds, a new associated radio tray that Wally came up with by himself. And pretty much Wally, he's always tinkering if you follow along with him. And he came out with this new radio tray for the associated cars that seems to be working very well. So it's awesome. Go Wally.
Yeah, Wally Build is always thinking. If you don't know Nick Watlet, he loves this hobby. He is dedicated to this hobby, and he works for AE or actually A Main. I'm sorry, he works for A Main now. But he is very creative, and he's always looking for ways to improve stuff. So shout out to Wally, mad respect, and great new product. Good for him.
Absolutely.
All right, next product.
Would you believe it that you both sent me the same thing?
Yeah, well, we know we sent you one, but the second one is the one we don't know if it's the same that I sent you.
Yeah,
But,
we know that one of them is the same for sure.
Let's save the clutch for last because it's just so rad. But this next one that I sent, post the one that I sent you. If it's the same one, great.
Okay, I only see one thing from you.
Okay, post that.
All right.
All right, people. We had Sean Van Dalen.
Dude, I did that too. We did them both.
Dude,
we're two for two.
We had Sean Van Dalen. Hold on one sec, Chase. You guys, look at this. Sean Van Dalen literally talked about this product while he was on the show, and he had it made. It is freaking sick. He's got the one brake disc. I don't even know what to call it. It's the one brake center diff, one disc center diff. He came out with it. Dude, the packaging, the look of it, congrats to him. I hope it does very well. Just because it's so innovative. I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but if it's Sean Van Dalen behind it, testing it with Seth, those two are super geniuses when it comes to RC, and I think it's going to be gangbusters.
Yes, for sure.
What a cool product. And he talked about it here first. We were like,
yep.
I'm pretty sure we were the first to know about it outside of the people working on it. So
I think we kind of nudged him into talking about it as well with that one. And it's super sick. I'm excited. I would love one.
Yeah.
I would love to have one.
It's just it's innovative. Whether it takes off and becomes the next big thing and all the manufacturers go to that model or not, he tried something, they like it, they think it's better. Fuck yeah. That's what I say about it.
100%.
All right. Any other ones other than the clutch? All right, let's bring the clutch on. This thing.
No, wait, Robert, I sent you way more shit. You got more stuff.
Wait, really?
Oh, God.
Yes. I sent you something, a snippet from every sponsor we have.
I don't
Pretty
think
much.
that all of our people watching have shared the show on their social media to help us get this stuff up.
Okay.
Oh, there we
made it
go.
look like Facebook made it look like it started at the Coyote motor for me.
Oh yeah, blame Facebook. Good.
Okay, so here we go. We got a new sweater just in time from TZO, just in time for summer. TZO's got this heavyweight sweater with a freaking badass logo. I like what they did here. You know, it's kind of like stealthy. You know, it's
called
stealthy
tone on
and
tone.
it pops. So shout out TZO coming out with that sweater. A little late, but you know, because it's about summer now. But load up for next winter because they're gonna sell out fast. That's what
Yeah,
TZO stuff does.
Sick hoodie. Nick Hernandez always laying down those nice threads. Good job,
Absolutely. TZO's probably got the best, I would say the best apparel game in the game. But all right, we got ProMotion RC. They just came out with a new hat. So shoot over to ProMotion RC and grab one of their new rope hats. Very cool looking hat. Nice and mellow. Simple. Love it.
Oh, you gotta tell me when you're doing that in my big old face.
What else we got, Robert? What is that? Oh, that is, I mean, One Up RC, they dropped 3 products in one drop. So they've got a lot of stuff for the new Associated B7 and the B7D. They got a motor mount, servo mount. They got some cool shit that just came out for the Associated B7, and they're always doing stuff. Definitely.
One Up for all
One
your
Up.
For all your bitchin' ass racing needs.
Man, it's pretty crazy. All these brands are just dropping stuff all the damn time.
Well, you got to, man. Fucking industry's tough. All right, what we got? What's next? We're missing out on Joey. Is that it?
What else we got? Yeah, I think that's it. Other than that brand Racecraft, they're coming out with some stuff, and I think we got some sneak peeks.
You want a sneak peek?
Yeah, let's get a sneak peek. Dick. So we've got the new Racecraft Race Fuel logo.
Show your shirt.
Oh.
It's your other nipple.
Jesus Christ. This is so
damn,
hard.
dude. What? Okay. He can't figure it out. Sorry.
All right. So we've got the Race Fuel logo, tee and koozie, coming very soon. Very soon. So this drop from Racecraft is going to be a shirt and koozie combo. When you get the shirt, you're going to get a free koozie with every order. So you're going to be looking styling on your chest and in your hand. It's going to be styling.
Yeah. And not to mention, you are going to, if you're at Nationals, I might have a few. So just saying. Yes. All right. Last product. Let's drop the clutch. That actually sounds really cool.
Yeah. Let's pop the clutch.
Let's pop the clutch on this bitch. I'm trying to figure out how to make this all. I'm sorry.
We're going just ultra full screen.
All right. So, all right, guys.
Nice.
You got to understand this clutch has been a long time in the making. I've been working with them. They knew we needed a 4-shoe clutch. They have a great 3-shoe clutch, but the boys at Ultimate went a step further. They didn't just make a clutch. They made an adjustable clutch that you can literally adjust while it's in your car, ready to run. Don't need to pull your engine out. You don't need to do anything. You can adjust your clutch, and it's sick. So this clutch right now will be available on Thursday, I believe is when, Thursday or Friday. They're sick, man. The wear patterns on the shoes are great. We've been testing them for the last few weeks. They've been testing them for almost a year, at least before Worlds last year. And it is so good. So I'm looking forward to everybody trying this clutch. It's right in line with it's not a more expensive clutch than anybody else's. It's going to be right in line with the price of everything. And you'll see when you get it in your hands. It's got a low setting and a high setting. You're going to be able to do a lot. They have other stuff in the works for this clutch. There's definitely different material flywheel and different material, some carbon shoes and springs in the works. So right now it's all aluminum, but really it's got a 2-plate system, and it's one click for soft, one click for hard, and you can dial your clutch in while on your car. You could do a pit stop, pull in, you could change your clutch setting and send your car right back out. So when I tell you this is an easy to use system, not to mention it just looks amazing, it's very innovative. Nothing about it is
Hokey pokey.
yeah, it's just amazing. I have no other words other than can't wait. I see that somebody posted in there, it's like something else. Yeah, there are adjustable clutches. There have been adjustable clutches in the past. This specific clutch is adjustable while still on the car. You don't have to take it off, take the end plate off, twist it. Everything can be done while it is on the crankshaft. So when you want to try something, to be able to do it on pit lane or in your pits, insane. You know, you don't have to pull the engine off, don't have to pull it off the drive shaft or the crankshaft. So hope everyone tries it out.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I love this idea. Everything. I run Ultimate 2 years, 3 years, whatever, however long it's been. How does it work? How do you change the clutch setting while you're in the pit? What do you do?
So that's what I was trying to, it's hard to show with the pictures that they've given you, but it's got two plates and an end plate that holds the shoes on. Like if you go back to like the Reds clutch, it had multiple holes. Pull that back up real quick. The
yes, so you had 3 holes in the
three holes, and you would have to
shoe.
pull the clutch off, take that red end plate off, and you would have to turn it to each setting. It's got 2 small holes in the plates, the flywheel, and then there's a plate that goes on it. It's got 2 small holes, and all you do is hold one of the holes on the flywheel and take the other one and click it. Take the other one and click it.
So is this something that happens with the clutch bell on?
Correct.
Yes. Okay, so how do you do it?
Because the plate and the end bell are exposed. So I don't think the pictures show it, but it's really simple and it's awesome. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's basically
okay. Well, I love the idea. I just don't know how that works.
A plate and a flywheel, and the springs are on a camshaft on the second plate. And when you twist it, that plate they have different knobs, like different lobes, like on a camshaft. And when you twist it, it goes to a bigger cam, which actuates the springs to be harder. And then when you do it one more time, it makes them even harder. So they're made with 1.0 springs.
In on the flywheel?
No, you're going
like a spring.
You're doing this. The plate and the flywheel do this, and they lock into place.
Okay, well, it's some freaking nerd geniusry.
Hold on.
I guess.
I think I have a video. I'm going to try and send this over to Robert while we are on this call.
Exactly, Kenny. Me too.
And you guys are, I'm glad that you guys are so interested in this. But I want to oblige, so I'm going to do my best.
Because there'll also be something like a tuning, like, man, my tires are gripping way too much. I need to soften up my clutch.
Yes.
You know, come on in. We're going to soften this thing up for you, buddy.
Okay. I just sent a video to Robert. Let's see if that's the right one. I'm sorry for anyone that's watching us and I'm being a little.
No, it's fine. We need to know about this clutch. Everything. Because it's new. It's exciting, you know?
All right. Don't use that one, Robert. I'm sending you another one. That one doesn't work. Okay. That's how you build it. Let's see. Let's see if this one's how you change it. Oh. That's
DP.
All right. I'm sending you this one. We're gonna have to fast forward it just a little bit because it's a build video, but all right.
Well, Brian Lukovich already isn't happy because he wants it to be a switch on his radio, so it's already not good enough.
Tell Lukovich that it's on next week. Oh, man. All right, hopefully
That's
we
called-
can get this video to
okay.
work. I did send
Let's
it
see.
to Robert.
Let's see. Is this a video?
Oh. All right, everyone pay close attention. It's a 1 and 20-second video. Speed it up to
All
about
right.
halfway, Robert. Let's get past the build.
Looking pretty standard clutchy at
A
this
little more,
point.
a little more. Okay. Pay attention, people. Watch rocket science at its finest.
Dude, the guy didn't punch a hole in his finger. It's not very accurate.
This clutch is easy to build and so functional. There it is. It's done. Okay. It only took a minute.
All
If you think about this video, all right, look, flywheel, plate, watch, bang,
Oh wow.
bang. Holy
Oh.
shit. Holy shit, people.
So when
You
the
got-
clutch, when the clutch bell, however anybody wants to say it, is on there, how do you just use that flathead?
The plate where he sticks the second well, we'll call it a screwdriver or hex, right where you stick the second one in is exposed still. Both holes
Okay.
are exposed from the clutch bell. The clutch bell only goes over the shoes. It's beautiful. I'm telling you, you put one in your car, you're gonna fucking love it. And if you don't, I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry, but you're gonna love it.
Well, I'm not
It's
negatively
really-
scrutinizing. I'm
No.
optimistically asking questions for
I
the
know.
viewers
No, 100%. I'm not
and myself.
not thinking that you're scrutinizing it one bit. It's hard because that video doesn't show it from a profile that shows you where the bell will go to and where the holes are. You just have to believe me when I tell you that they are 100% accessible while the engine is in your car. It takes two 1.5. They're actually making tools for this, like these actual pin drivers that will work it. But right now, if you stick in two 1.5s, it moves real easily.
Very cool.
It's a
Very
game changer.
freaking cool. And for anybody running Ultimate, we were always wondering why we don't have a 4-shoe clutch. Now we know why it took so freaking long. They've been working on this thing.
I've been begging them for a 4-shoe clutch, and Mark, the owner and designer, he has been telling me, "You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it." Marlo just told me to check my phone. Looks like he sent me a photo. Oh, perfect. Robert, I'm sending you this. This will answer the questions that everyone's asking right here. You can see it. God, that's just
Exactly.
It's so
Exactly what
beautiful.
you said, Chase Lyman. Exactly. I loved that Reds clutch when I ran Reds. It was great. Now you got a Reds clutch, but Ultimate, and it's adjustable on the fly.
Go ahead
On
and
the flywheel.
pop it up there when you get a chance, Robert, and I'll make the screen bigger. Then we're gonna bring in Joey. Check it out, boys. That just shows you right there where they go in, where the holes
Okay.
are. So the one hole's in the flywheel, the other hole's in the top plate, and they both have little holes that you can stick a 1.5 driver in, and you twist.
Wow.
And I will say this to Mr. there, Paul Geisler, Roar can't ban it. It's not a bannable product, but nice try. There's no rules.
That's
against
very
touching it.
cool. So obviously there's something in it, because every once in a while you land on some shit and it hits your flywheel. Is there stopping mechanisms in that from keeping that from going on?
Well, the piece that's not the flywheel is smaller than the flywheel, so it won't hit nothing. And the flywheel, by the way, is 33 millimeter, not 32 and not 34, which means it's gonna work on pretty much, if not everything. So you guys are welcome. You got to
Lyman
see it
said
here.
it again. Actual innovation in RC. Holy shit, we have an adjustable clutch. That's crazy.
That is functional while in the car, that's the crazy part. It's not necessarily that we have an adjustable clutch because those exist. This is just functional while you are still. You can have the engine. Well, no, you couldn't have the engine running. As long as the engine's off and it's in the car, you can change it.
All right. Well, Robert Ehrlich, please give us a round of applause for Ultimate Racing coming out with some cool fucking shit.
Hell yeah. I like those excited people. All right.
Brad.
We've kept him waiting so long. He's been in the green room. He's ready to fucking come on. This dude is ready to throw down. We got a lot to talk about. Nats is coming up. He attended the RC Pro-Am for his first time. He's an up-and-comer. He TQ'd DNC a few years ago. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just making sure you remember. You were there.
You can't ask me what kind of, what I wore yesterday.
Okay.
You know
Well,
what I
my
mean?
wife says that about me every day, but I remember when Joey TQ'd DNC. Without further ado, welcome to the stage our boy, our friend, Tekno Pilot. He's got his own Tekno RC email address. I was blown away. Joey Bourdon. What is up, Joey?
What up, boys?
Yeah, dude. What's up, Joey?
How you guys doing?
Where's your energy? You had energy.
Pretty freaking good.
I've been
pretty
just watching the
freaking good.
show, dude. You guys are killing it right now. I've been getting pretty entertained, dude.
Oh.
What do you think about that ultimate clutch? That's pretty wild, huh?
It's definitely interesting. Like to see some of the pro guys use it. I'm sure Camden, he's on ultimate stuff, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be trying it out. It'll be cool to see.
Cole used it that whole weekend that you were racing against him.
Sweet. Yeah, he was quick.
Pretty good with it. I used it. I was rolling. I mean, I should have won everything, but a couple mistakes.
Yeah, it was your own event. You had to let everybody else win.
Yeah. I wouldn't do
You
that.
don't want to make everybody look bad.
Yeah.
So
But
what's up, man?
What is happening? I was just gonna say, could this clutch be like one more excuse? Like, I would have won that race if I was in setting 2. Like,
I don't know.
Who knows?
I mean, Camden was freaking ripping that program, so this stuff.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. You came out. You got to run on. I'm pretty sure in the Lucas documentary. We'll call it Lucas Films because I think Camden coined it that when he was talking about putting sponsors in his armpit in that interview with Lucas. But when Lucas was doing the film, the documentary from RC Pro-Am, you were talking about the track. You were talking about coming out, east with us, the format and everything else. What you also said that it was a lot like Silver State for you. So what did you think about the event? What did you think about the dirt? I mean, I think the dirt's pretty unique compared to a lot of the places that we race to, and yeah, let us know what you think about the event.
Yeah, so first off, congrats on the great weekend. I had a lot of fun, and seemed like everybody was in great spirits the whole weekend. Really, not a lot of complaining like a lot of the other events we go to. So that's something to be happy about. But yeah, the track was really cool. Facility was a lot of fun. I got to pit with Camden that weekend, so that was cool. Hanging out with my bro. We don't get to do that very much, so yeah, it was a really good weekend. I had ended up with a TQ and e-buggy and 2 seconds in the overall, so pretty solid on the results. And track was definitely on the bumpy side. I really enjoy that stuff though. It's really fun to push really hard and try to find the limits on those tracks that are like super hard because you have to be in the same spot at every single lap. But yeah.
What, Chase? What do you got to say about that? Because you went last year when you showed up, you went out and TQ'd 40 plus. You're like, fuck yeah, I got this, whatever. you never once got like broke into the top 10 again, I don't think, the rest of the weekend.
No, dude, I do really good on smooth track, which is crazy coming from Cali. It's always so bumpy and shitty, But on smooth track, man, I do really well. I really like it. So when it goes to rough, I don't do as well.
Okay.
I can't anticipate the bumps and adjust my driving style as fast as you would say.
Right.
Because Pro-Am went from buttery smooth to an absolute minefield, And when you mix that with some race fuel, some driver stand sodas,
to midnight soccer.
it doesn't work very well,
Joey, what did you think of the format and working with lower, I don't want to call them lower level, but different experiences different levels of experienced drivers as your team?
Yeah, it was freaking awesome. I had some pretty cool dudes on my team. I had Kyle Neary. Shout out to him. He was freaking ripping. Yeah,
How
it
tight
was my
were
first
his
time.
pants? Were they like extra tight?
You
or
know,
just
I'm
kinda
not the
tight?
kind of guy to look down there, and so I couldn't tell you about that, but maybe Camden could. But yeah, it was a super fun weekend. I really enjoyed the format because I've never done anything like that, and I ended up getting second overall in the electric class with my team. So got some money and solid weekend. Yeah.
Nice. Did you guys go to the beach at all?
Nope. The first day we got there, which would have been the time to go, it was kind of crappy weather, so didn't really get a chance.
Gotcha.
I will add that Joey left Ohio and drove all by himself to come down here. No mechanic, no dad. Just came and experienced Lake Waccamaw with us. And it was cool to have you there regardless of your situation, because you literally were there ripping all by yourself and working with another pro that you guys all came in from long distances. So I think it's really cool. It was fun to have you. I appreciate you coming to that, and it's good to have that feedback. So
yeah, absolutely. Hopefully I can come back next year. It's a lot of fun.
As Taylor DeLosa said, there was an improper ratio of beers to RC probably for Chase last year.
Yeah, but you know what? I had so much freaking fun, man. It was too much fun.
Hey, that Mayfield clip is the most legendary clip I've ever seen come out of the RC industry. Like, incredible. Whoever that guy is, I hope he comes in today.
Hopefully he calls in and talks to you tonight.
Yeah, that's what sucks. Is like, as much as I would like these guys to call in all the time, we have no fucking idea who they are, so we can't tell them to call in and give us some sound clips, because that's what we want. It's what we need for this show. But yeah, it's a legendary clip, and I'm pretty sure that at some point tonight, when Chase needs a piss break, that might actually get shown. Who knows?
Yeah, Pro-Am is rad, dude. I really like that facility. The grass is really soft if you're not wearing any shoes. You know, it's a good solid place. I love it.
Yeah, you found the lay of the land pretty quickly.
Is that the 40+ strategy? No shoes at the race?
No
yeah,
shoes.
I did run the 40+ main with no shoes on. That's for sure.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
He slept every night with no bed either. Just a pile of wood. That's still there, by the way.
I saw that picture. That was freaking insane.
Same pile of wood still there.
Unreal. You know, I would much more rather that stuff go unposted, but you know, since it did, then we're just gonna run with it.
I do. You know, what I took away from that event is you tried to kill me playing soccer one night. That was you and old TJ Bradley. You guys literally tried to kill me. I have no idea why, because we're boys, and that was a very scary moment for me. I thought
we went aggro. We were in aggro.
Speaking of athletic competitions, I hear there was a pretty sick foot race. I missed it. I was sleeping, but I hear you guys were ripping TQ laps out on the track at night.
So there was a foot race, and then after the foot race happened down the front straightaway between Camden, Colin, and Quincy Atkins, there was everyone came back over, and we're all drinking Crown. We had this bottle of Blackberry Crown that, matter of fact, thank you, Keenan, for not drinking it, because Lance was tired of carrying it around, so he gave it to me, and we killed that bottle for everybody that was wondering. But we're sitting over there, and we're drinking Crown, and somebody says, there's no way that a human can run this track in less than 1 minute, because RC cars were doing 29-second laps. Is that what we were down to? Or you guys?
Yeah, I think like in the mains, it was pretty tough to get a 29 just because how blown out the track was. But yeah, I mean,
so it was 29, let's just say 30-second laps, and everyone's like, there's no way if an RC car can do this in 30 seconds that a human can run it in under a minute. And me being one of the old guys there, I was like, I studied it, and I looked, and in my mind, I kind of ran it, and I was like, yeah, I can fucking do this for sure. And so I stretched like an old ass motherfucker, and I went down there, and I got ready, and I got set, and they said, whenever you're ready, and I fucking went. And I shit you not, I came across that line at 59.6 seconds.
Oh, wow.
I did it.
Dude, that's a good idea for like the giveaway for a kit for the Groms, you know, the under 13. Have them do a foot race around the track to win a kit.
there was a couple moments where like I came over the hills and I stepped in like what would have been probably a little bit of a dip and I thought my knees were going to blow out.
The Pro-Am pothole.
Luckily I didn't. So after I did it, Camden did it in 54 seconds. And mind you, he's less than half my age. And then Colin, he did it in 49 seconds. But he is an athlete.
Wow.
He is a tennis player, college tennis player, and he killed it. He went out there and did it in 49 seconds. But just goes to show you, all you have to do is have a little desire, and you can do anything, no matter your age. I wanted to show people that I'm better. I was so gassed. If you watch Lucas's documentary, that shows me bent over on the wall, like it was it. I couldn't drink no more. I felt sick. That was the end of that. So,
do you work out, Brent?
Used to. I've got a hurt shoulder and my lower back's been really bothering me. So I've been kind of on the sidelines, but it's coming. As soon as I get it fixed, I'll get back into the gym.
So that race had nothing to do with your upper body, but mostly your legs.
All legs. All legs.
Perfect.
Hey, Chase just says a lot of bicep curls with the drinks.
Oh,
yeah.
Chase's upper body is stout.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what his legs are. Oh, he skateboards. Like I think Chase.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I don't think
Chase
could have done it in under 60, but I think Chase could have done it.
I would have fell. I would have needed a turn marshal for sure. For sure. But hey, what do you say we jump into a slight commercial for a pee break, and then we really come back and find out who Joey Bourdon is. Find out where you came from, find out how you started racing, all that good stuff. But let's cut to commercial because I got to piss.
Okay.
When people say that I'm a hard person to know, I tell them that I'm not like an ordinary world. I have my madness. I live in another dimension, and I don't have time for things that have no soul.
Well, perfect timing, Chase. Good job.
Thank
job.
You, thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Joey Bourdon.
Let's go.
When did you
whoever
start?
Made that, sorry for interrupting. Whoever made that Nitro Pro commercial is dialed, dude.
They did a great job. I do know a little bit about it. Dude, Drew is making a huge push. He is killing it with the servos, killing it with the fuel. He's a friend of mine, but he's also really passionate about that brand, and they're doing a great job. So good for him, and good for that. Like you said, that company that he hired to do that, they're legit.
Right on, Joey. So before we dive into your history, everything you've done so far in RC, who's supporting you right now? You want to give any shout outs?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, Tekno RC. They've been backing me since 2019. I was 13 years old back then, so been with the team for a long time, and couldn't be happier with how everything has gone. The team is absolutely killing it right now. So yeah, thank you to them. Thank you, Matt and Danny at Tekno. And the rest of my sponsors: J Concepts, T-Kid, Reds, MKS, JTP, Boom RC, Mach 1, and Magic Copies.
Nice, dude. Nice. So how did you get into RC?
So it's I feel like a pretty normal story, really. Like I was at a campground one time with my mom and dad and our family, and there were some kids playing with the Traxxas Slash. I thought it was freaking sick, so I just wanted to get one. So eventually I got one of those and playing around with it in my front yard, and then we found out there was a track like 15 minutes away from our house, so we went out, checked out the track, and then kind of got hooked.
Shout out the track. What was the track?
The track was called Neo RC. It was in Hartville, Ohio.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
unfortunately, it's not around anymore, but it was really fun. They had a really cool group of guys out there, and those are definitely the heydays. Really miss it.
So, did you start out racing a Slash, or did you go with something else?
Yeah, I started racing with the Slash. Eventually, I got into 4-wheel drive short course, which is when I got my first Tekno, which was a SET 0.3. And raced that for a while, raced some 17.5 short course truck. So I was kind of a short course truck guy for a little bit. We had a lot of those.
Like the 17.5 with boost.
Hell yeah.
I
do
wasn't
that?
definitely not cheating back then, but yeah. So
Well,
then I got
when I raced at West Coast, you could run 17.5 with boost. So that's why I asked. I wasn't saying anything.
Gotcha.
It was its own separate class, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Joey's all defensive, like I wasn't cheating.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even know what that was back then. So yeah, but I started racing e-buggy not too much later. I got a Losi 4.0 e-buggy and ripped with that for a little bit.
Nice.
Then got into e-truggy with a Tekno, and then I think late 2017 is when I switched all over to Tekno stuff.
So what were you into before that campground experience? Was Joey a soccer player, basketball player? Was Joey like a gamer? What did Joey do?
So, I mean, when I was real little, I played kind of all the typical sports, like baseball, basketball, soccer, kind of the stuff you do when you're a little kid. And that stuff was fun, but I wouldn't say it necessarily like picked my interest like in an insane way. But yeah, RC was kind of my first, like the first love of my life. I don't know, you could say.
That's where you found your people.
Yeah, exactly. Met some cool people and a lot of people I'm still friends with to this day. So yeah.
Awesome.
So let's talk about that hair, dude. Like, are you gonna save any of that ass for us out there? Like, what are you doing?
I need it cut, man, before Nats. It's getting pretty long here.
What do we got going on, bro? Like, I'm losing hair. Like, there's no way I'm going out chasing tail. You like could probably have any chick that you want. What's going on?
Yeah,
What's going on with your love life?
I'm kind of wearing it out right now because I don't know how much time I have left with it. My dad's bald. Sure. Grandpa's bald. Hopefully, I get my mom's genes because her dad has my grandpa. He has a full head of hair, so crossing fingers, we'll get lucky. We'll see. Nice.
Well, your hair's killer for sure. But let's go back to you're running the e-buggy with the 8.4.0. I don't know where Brent went with that one. But,
I don't know. But I mean, I had to ask, dude, because I only wish in my lifetime I had a head full of hair with curls. Like I never did. So when I see that, I'm like, bro, put a
last year I don't really know, but last year I had like that mullet.
The hair is pretty styling. You got a good set of hair there.
You had that mullet. You had the curly mullet at Worlds, dude. It was bitching.
Yeah.
It was bitching.
Had to represent America in every way possible.
We wrestled.
Absolutely.
We were wrestling in that pool
sir.
at your guys' Airbnb, man. You're a stout dude. A lot of people don't know. Joey loves UFC, and he's a stout motherfucker. So,
and we could get into your gym stuff too, but I want to hear more about how did you go from the 8.4.0, you're racing the e-buggy, right? And you're starting to do probably pretty good, right? You're entering some regional races, stuff like that. How did you get your first sponsor, and what was that like for Joey Bourdon?
I can answer that. It's the curls. They all wanted him.
Fuck his hair. Fuck his hair. We don't care. We want to know about his
interested about
career.
Jesus,
I actually
what are you so mad about right
hair.
now?
I had fully straight hair until I was like 12.
Sexy,
and then it just went curly. I don't know what happened.
Oh shit. Okay, answer Chase's question before this.
Let's get into the
like finally breaking the barrier and getting your first sponsors and killing it and starting to kill it, starting to travel and all that stuff.
The first ever kind of bigger, I guess you say regional race we went to was Motorama. I'm sure you guys know about that race. It's only electric, but it's really cool because they got a lot of other stuff going on the same weekend, with like the motocross or the arena cross and a bunch of other cool crap. So we went out there and I raced intermediate. I won intermediate e-buggy out there, so we were pretty freaking stoked at the time. And then kind of just raced locally. I didn't really start traveling major until like 2018. I went to like PNB and I believe Wicked Weekend.
So you still running intermediate at that time?
I mean, at the race time events, they had the 15U at the time, or 15 under. So I would run like that, and then I would run like e-truggy, which was, you could say intermediate, even though it didn't really have the categories in it. So I race e-truggy, 15 under, and then I race like pro e-buggy or something, or pro nitro buggy. But the level back then wasn't like it is now, where like back then it was only like top 4 or 5 guys were like freaking dialed, and now it's like you make one mistake and you're not in the main. It's insane.
Gnarly. So when did you know that you were going to be an A-main guy? I mean, maybe I'm jumping forward too soon. Too much there.
So pushy, man. Like what?
So
I'm trying to do an interview.
It's kind of tough to say. I feel like I've always had like pretty decent speed. Like growing up, I had Joe Bornhorst and Ryan Lutz, not too far away. So I always grew up.
I've heard of
races with
Lutz.
them.
I don't know about that Bornhorst guy. Jornhorst.
Yeah, is he here? Is Joe here?
I don't know, but no one's even actually heard of him. So if you can talk about, if you want to name drop, talk about people that people know.
For the first time ever, Bornhorst hasn't been in the chat. So
because he's playing golf, bro.
Playing golf right now.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock. He's not
he
playing
doesn't
golf.
care. Like life is golf now.
Hey,
So
Joe, if you see this, we need to go golfing.
So what was the moment when you were like, okay, I'm stepping up from intermediate and everything. I'm going to go for it. Did you have sponsors before that were pressuring you into stepping out of intermediate and going to pro? Or were you just like, it's time?
So my last intermediate race I ever ran was DNC in 2020, right before COVID. I ran
How'd you do in
intermediate there. I won Nitro Truck. I got second or third in e-buggy, and then I was like 7th or 8th in Nitro Buggy because I had to bump up from the B or the C to the A, and I wasn't quite so consistent back then. But yeah, that was my last intermediate race. From then on, I switched up to pro and had been running it since then.
And then how's that been going? Because it seems like the last 3 years, people know who you are, in the RC scene. So what was the early years in pro like for you?
Early years in pro were getting destroyed, getting lapped every single race, getting last. But I mean, yeah, that's what you got to do really if you want to get faster. Is just jump up to pro. Don't be a wuss. You just got to lose for a couple of years, and you'll eventually close that gap. And kind of the point where I started to do that was like 2021. I had some pretty solid regional races. Like they used to have that Lutz race, Lutz hometown shootout at Medina, which is Lutz's home track. They had that race with Lutz and Bornhorst there, and I ended up beating Lutz and Bornhorst for the first ever time at that race. So that was kind of my first moment where I was like, okay, I'm really not that bad,
Yeah, stepping stone race.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. And I mean, mind you, it was my home track, but still cool accomplishment to beat those guys at kind of a younger age. And since then, just been kind of grinding away. Last couple of years, getting some solid results. Like in 2023 was kind of my, I'd say, breakout year when I won e-truggy at DNC against kind of all the fastest guys were running it for the first time, and I was able to pull out a win in that, which was really cool. It felt really special at the time, and something I can still look back on and be proud of.
Was I wrong? And did you not, or did you TQ DNC?
I TQ'd rounds, not in e-buggy or nitro buggy or nitro truck. But e-truck I did TQ rounds of DNC and Silver State. And I started second behind Marco at DNC in 2023, and we had a really sick battle, and I was able to come out with
that was the small track, right?
It was, yes.
That's what okay, so you didn't TQ, but you started second. I remember you had a fantastic weekend. You had a great run. So I apologize for all those fact checkers out there if you were fact checking me. and I will say that was the most miserable fucking DNC I've ever been to. And God, thank you for Joey and Aaron and all them for putting the track inside in Westergaard. But the weather was so miserable. I don't know why anyone wanted to be there. It was.
Dude, I had a blast that DNC. That was so fun.
We had a great time when we were over at the Derby Room, but I'm just talking about the actual like race and the weather and everything else. Like I had a good time outside of the race.
Yeah, it was cold. It was definitely cold, but I liked it. I think, going onto that asphalt straightaway and then coming back on into the dirt was something really freaking special and cool for RC. I thought it was sick.
I thought that was a really cool race because we got to race on something that we would never race on.
Never.
Right?
Never. Yeah. Like all the fastest guys in the world racing on a 15-second track. Like it was honestly pretty freaking fun. I really liked it.
I'm not, and like I said, I praise them for getting it done. Like the track wasn't like it was bad there. Just it was so cold. It was so wet. It was just everyone in their tents. You hardly saw anybody. It was just a miserable event. It wasn't their fault. I don't want anyone to take that the wrong way. That was just one of the worst weather events I've ever been a part of for an RC race. It sucked. Sucked.
In that aspect, yeah.
I mean,
but when you were on the track and you were racing, it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
We've had fall brawls here in at the Badlands in December where you felt like your fingers, if you were to if someone touched them, they'd break off. Miserable cold. But something about the way that race went, how cold in the rain, and I mean, does anyone remember watching Ryan Lutz and his crew like saran wrapping their tent?
Yes, I remember that.
I mean,
somebody just commented tent slash. That was the highlight of that year.
Oh yeah, well there was obviously that. I mean, there was a fight that
after there was fights.
There was fight at the Derby Room.
That weekend really pushed everybody to the limit. It was
Casey Wilson getting fucking down and out, drinking while he was down.
Oh, dude, all I know is we threw the best party that's ever been thrown.
Yeah, dude. Just to comment on that party, Chase came up to me halfway through the night and he's like, "Bro, we gotta go. We need more money. We gotta let the bartenders know we're gonna pay more money." I said, "Chase, what do you mean?" He's like, "Well, I think we're past our limit." How much more money? I don't know, but we need more money. It was a wild night at the Derby Room because we paid for like most everybody's drinks that night.
Yeah, we started out we threw the racecraft party and we're like, hey, we're gonna give we'll go to $1,000 in free beer,
That's what it was. That's not how
$1,000. And then it was like the bartenders are like pulling on my shirt and they're like, hey, everybody's already drank $1,000. And I'm like, oh my God.
We still were like, that was halfway through.
We need more money. we need a fundraiser for this party while the party's going on,
Good times for sure.
It ended up, we know how much it ended up being. It was a lot more than that, but
it was fun. It was worth it for sure.
It was a blast.
So Joey, what is going on for prep for nationals at Thornhill right now? That everyone leaves here at the end of this week to head down to Texas for a week-long extravaganza. I want to know what your prep is like right now, and I also want to know your thoughts on the combination of running the ENATs and the Nitronats at the same location at the same time.
And I have a question for you after you finish those questions.
All right, cool. So, I got prep going down right now. Just got the e-buggy done, being rebuilt. I'm heading out on Sunday. Actually, we're going out a day early. So that'll be nice, kind of getting to the track real early on Monday, or we can sleep in, whatever, and not really have to worry about traveling that day and then getting everything ready at the track, So that'd be cool. Me and my dad are going out together. Looking forward to it. Kind of deep in the rebuild phase right now. Got a lot of work to do. I got a brand new nitro buggy right now. I gotta go break in still before we go. So, But as far as the event, the change that they made, I think it'll be interesting. It'll be different. Definitely will be cool to have more guys running the ENATS classes. Because like before the ENATs, like there were some quick guys, but it wasn't like the Fuel Nationals. Fuel Nationals is like freaking prestige. Everybody's there, and ENATs was always like, okay, there's like 4 or 5 fast guys. So it'd be cool to have everybody there racing all the classes. I'm looking forward to that. I do think it kind of sucks having to get 4 cars ready. It's kind of just another big weekend now that you have to have 4 cars ready for, spend a whole week preparing, and then we're spending a whole week out there. But, when we're at the track, we're not going to be thinking about that stuff. We're going to be thinking about the racing, and that's going to work the most.
But do you, just as a common question that I've asked before to other people, do you think that doing it all in 1 week and giving up a week and not having to go to another track, because you're being a pro driver and Tekno is going to want you, especially because you're really good in electric, that they would want you at the ENATs? Do you like the fact that you don't have to go and do almost a whole nother week somewhere else? Or, even though it's a long week, what's your take on that side? You're basically turning 2 races into 1, but giving up almost a week of travel and time.
Yeah, I'm sure the companies like it. It's saving the companies thousands of dollars, and like I said, it'll just be nice to have everybody there. I think it'll go smoothly no matter what, and looking forward to it.
So you said you have a brand new, fresh nitro buggy that you got to break in. The other classes, what are you doing to prepare those cars? Is it
just full rebuilds, like cleaning everything, shocks, diffs, and check drivetrain, clean bearings, all that crap.
Nice. Is it like mandatory new arms, mandatory new diff cups? What is it?
I change them when they need to be changed. Like if they're starting to get whopped out, that's when I change them. Yeah. Wow. I'm not like changing them out every single race. I'm sure Tekno wouldn't really like that, spending that much budget.
That's a lot.
So is this all you do right now? Like, are you just a professional RC car driver? You don't have any other irons in the fire, no other work?
Yeah, pretty much. I do Paul Ciccarello. His dad owns a business, and I go help them out at their warehouse. So usually like once, twice every week or 2. So yeah, I get a little bit of money coming in, like besides that, but RC is definitely my main income stream right now, and I couldn't be happier with it.
You said that you are building a brand new nitro buggy for this race, and you got to break it in. What is your break-in process?
I just drive it until the drivetrain feels good. Like you'll notice the car being really loose and stuff. And also I need to break in. I have the engine broken in, but I want to get some runtime in it before Nats, just so it's not so tight. But yeah, just breaking in the drivetrain and then doing the engine, and then I'll have to go through the diffs and clean it again, which is going to be a pain, but
right. After just building a new car. So do you do, so everybody listening, do you do like any of the sanding of the out drives to kind of break them in, or do you just sit them out on the track fresh and let them do it naturally?
It kind of depends how much time I have. Like a lot of times we'll Dremel the out drives just to get that kind of black layer off of that. But besides that, no, I just kind of let the car do its thing naturally, so I don't freaking mess anything up.
Right. Nice.
Did you still have that question, or was that it?
I definitely do. I know Brent went and came and gone. Can't hear you, Brent. Brent's out. Brent, you're out. Nothing.
Sorry, I had it muted.
Oh, there you go.
What I just said, we've come to the time of show where we have opened up the phone line. So any of the Peanut Gallery wants to call in, talk to Joey. I know from talking to him backstage before we started the show, he's looking forward to talking to you. Don't be a pussy. Call in, talk to Joey Bourdon. All right, what's that question, Chase, before those calls start coming in?
My question is, now that you're no longer a freshman in the pro ranks, what's it like seeing the younger guys come up, and what kind of advice are you giving them and things like that? Like, I know you got with the Tekno team, you got Fishback. coming in, which is a young, fast dude. Do you talk to him when you guys are in the pits? What kind of advice are you giving him? Things like that when you're out there racing.
Yeah, so I met Jimmy this year at DNC. Was our first time kind of really talking. I mean, we've seen each other at the races before, but definitely having it in the pits was a really cool experience getting to meet that dude. I really like him. We're kind of homies now. And yeah, I mean, I try to help him out as much as I can. I mean, he's a ripper. He knows what he's doing, but a lot of times I can just try to help him to avoid the stuff that I did wrong. Like, I think big thing is like mentally wise, you know, just getting upset when you don't have a good weekend, like stuff like that happens. And you just got to learn to kind of accept it, analyze the weekend and kind of move on, try to learn from it. But yeah, I mean, all the young guys are doing pretty good, especially like, I mean, it's kind of hard to even say like young guy for like Fee, like guys like that. Like he's obviously a little kid, but like he's freaking ripping. Like, right. I mean, I don't need to give any advice to that kid. So,
all right. Yeah, and then what guy was you when you were coming right into the pro ranks? Who was your guy that gave you
the advice? My mentor?
Yeah.
Joe Bornhorse was the guy.
God, you had to say that name.
Yeah. Hey, but listen, so Joe Bornhorse at the time, he was running Tekno. So yeah, like he was the first pro driver I ever met at the track. Like he came to that Hartville track, the Neo, and I met him. Me and my dad talked to him a little bit, and I just saw him ripping around the track. I'm like, dude, this guy's insane. And the first thing that my dad said to him, or one of the first things, was that I wanted to be a pro because I was like, heck yeah, that seems freaking sick. I mean, I was like 9-10 years old at the time, and he just said, work hard. So that's what I've been doing since. And we ended up building a really good relationship while he was still in the industry. And I definitely have a lot of thanks to him because, you know, we would kind of message back and forth here and there, and he would give me advice. And then at the track, I'd ask him a lot of questions. He was always super helpful. Also, kind of honorable mention would be Lutz. He's really, really good dude, super nice and super helpful. So, yeah, I was pretty fortunate to have some really cool guys growing up in Ohio that were super, super fast, and they were always willing to help out.
Awesome. Solid dudes for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I always give Joe some shit, but one of my favorite guys, and he definitely has always been willing to help people, especially the up and comers. So he was solid with all the programs that he was part of. So kudos to him. I give him a lot of shit, but super good dude for sure.
Yeah, we love you, Joe.
I didn't pee during our first break, so I'm going to play this short, and we are going to be back in 1 minute 6 seconds.
Perfect.
John, are you with us?
Yeah, I am.
Strap in, Ryan. Strap in, dude.
Hey, John. How's it going, dude?
Do I got a deal for you? What about we do like 100 RC racers versus a gorilla?
Oh, I heard this challenge.
Gorilla.
Like, what would? Yeah, dude. Now, dude, you're talking about the silverback gorilla, right?
Yeah, the silverback gorilla. Do you think 100 RC racers can fight one gorilla?
Absolutely not.
Dude, 100 MMA fighters couldn't fight a gorilla.
Not a silverback.
What about what about we have like a 40+ class to fight the gorilla?
Well, they do have the dad strength.
I think it makes
double.
It ups our chances.
The 40+ class helps our chances against a silverback.
Like old man strength? Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry. I might not be a gorilla, but I can sure beat off 100 men.
All right. Thought we were going somewhere with that.
He ended with that, man. Huh? Is he gone?
That was it. That was it.
Oh, John.
Man.
We expect he's gone. Interesting.
No problem.
Interesting.
That video is so good. We're learning how to operate all this tech, and sorry that all of us were still kind of behind the video. That was not rehearsed. Like, we didn't try it before, but yeah, dude, Robert, once again, fucking great job on the shorts that you've been doing, and anybody that appreciates or likes the shorts, we appreciate if you guys share them We're just trying to grow this little fun thing that we're doing, and we appreciate everybody that listens. So, Joey, what is next for you after Nationals? Obviously, Nationals is a huge deal, and that's what we're all focused on right now. But what's next?
Well, as far as major races, we got a little bit of a break, but I'm kind of preparing. I got a big trip coming up.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, I got a pretty freaking sick trip coming up. Really fortunate. So in August, I'm going out to Spain, and I'm gonna live there for 2 months at Daniel Perriente's house. Me and him are freaking like best friends, and Tekno has been freaking awesome, and they've let me go out to a couple big races out there. So yeah, I'm freaking stoked for that.
So that is the Electric Worlds, right?
Yeah, E-Buggy Worlds will be the first big race, and then we're gonna do one of the Spanish Nationals. And then we're going to Buggyland at the end of the trip.
Nice. So after all that stuff is done, I think we need to bring you back into the show.
Yeah.
And get you.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be
talk about that.
Some good stories to talk about. I'm hyped for it.
So what's it like kind of being, I think right now is kind of like the heyday of Tekno.
Hey,
Tekno,
Chase.
What's up?
Chase, hold that thought because we have a caller on the line.
Okay.
Yeah, keep that thought. All right, Rob, bring him on in.
All right, caller, you're on the air.
What is up, Brent, Chase, and Joey Bourdon?
Oh, guess who it is?
What's up?
Yep. Not much. I have a question for Joey.
What's up?
Making your way through the ranks like you have over the years, I really enjoyed hearing your come up through the RC industry now to being a pro. When you won E-Truggy at DNC at the short track there back in, I think it was 2023, what was that like, being able to finally get a big time win on a big time stage like DNC?
Honestly, it doesn't hit you for a little bit. You finish the line, you cross the line at the end of the straightaway, and I just kind of felt like a rush in my body, like, your blood pressure freaking pumping up. And that's a really freaking cool feeling. I wish more people were able to feel that in their lives, because it's just so exciting. But yeah, like looking back on it, and even like the next day, looking back on the accomplishment that I was able to do, like I beat some of the best guys in the world, and it was just a really special thing. I was able to share it with my dad, and coming off the driver's stand, getting lots of hugs and congratulations from a lot of people that are really important to me. So yeah, really, really special moment.
All right.
Good question.
And, what are you looking forward to? I mean, I guess caught you a minute there talking about going to Spain for a couple of months and going to the E-Buggy Worlds. What are you looking forward to the most about getting a chance to really be a part of a historic event like the first E-Buggy Worlds in Spain and getting to battle with some of the best in the business, like you're going to get an opportunity to do?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really tough. Like, the European tracks are a completely different style, and that's kind of the main goal of going over there, is just improving in my own driving. The guys over there, it's kind of a different driving style than here. Like, you have to be really aggressive and really smooth because the tracks are so like high grip and crazy. So yeah, I think I'll learn a lot when I'm out there. And for the E-Buggy Worlds particularly, my goal is just to race as good as I can. I mean, it'd be freaking incredible to make the A main there, but it's hard to kind of go in and like, I want to be realistic, but I don't want to, bum myself out. So yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty optimistic guy, and I'm just looking forward to having fun out there with all my friends.
All right. Well, that's all I had. And here's hoping that you have a great run down in Texas at the Nationals next week. And who knows, maybe I'll get to add you to my list of champions for that I keep on my computer here.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thanks, BJ. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Joey, if you didn't know, that's BJ, the stat man. That dude keeps up with RC stats as good or better than live RC or anybody on the planet. So he knows where you've been, when you did it, how you did it, and who you did it with. So
Sweet, yeah, seems like a really good dude.
Absolutely.
All
Jay,
right.
finish that question that you had.
Okay, wait 1 second. Robert, can you pull up this last comment on Facebook from Bob Trim? It's a really good question.
My most influential change in my program to get me to the top of intermediate and then the jump to pro. I think the most influential change, it's a really good question. I got to think about it a little bit.
Right. Yeah. I had him pull up.
It's tough to say. I think like you're kind of always making changes when you're trying to get faster, you know, because you don't want to just keep doing the same crap, you know, like insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So, yeah, I mean, I was making a lot of changes all the time. And part of that was like kind of delving into that like mental stuff, trying to, you know, find new ways to focus and keep my mind in the right direction. But I think something you could say was a factor was just like finding ways to relax outside of the track, like not necessarily thinking about RC every single second of every day, you know, like not getting caught up in all that. And then like I did that by, you know, going to the gym, starting to kind of develop my mind in a better way. As far as on the track, focus on consistency, practicing consistency, like practicing with intent is like the best thing you can do. Like practicing for improving your consistency, practicing for trying different setup changes and seeing what it does to the car, things like that. But yeah, it's just a big journey and you're kind of learning stuff every time at the track.
So when you're training for consistency, what are you doing? Are you going out and doing 5-minute stints or 10-minute stints or qualifier stints? You know, what are you doing?
Yeah, pretty much you nailed it. Like 5-minute stints is what I try to focus on, especially recently, because qualifying, you're kind of getting to see that more and more recently, that qualifying is really freaking important. Like you can't qualify. Yeah, you can't qualify at the bottom of the A main and expect to be in the top 5. You know, if you have a freaking really dialed race, maybe you can do it. And there's a lot of guys that can do that. But what I'm trying to focus on is starting to qualify higher up, because most of my pro career, especially like the last few years, I've been kind of down in that 10 to 14 range, kind of in the A main, but not like up there with the fastest guys.
Which is still better than 90% of everybody else, but it's still not the top 10%, right? Like top up there.
There's just levels to the levels. Like holy smokes, the guys in the top 5 are freaking insanely good. Like their consistency is just on another level, and trying to be consistent in qualifying is the biggest thing. So that's why I'm focusing on 5-minute runs at the track, just trying to drive at like 85%, make no mistakes, and then turn it up a little bit, try to make no mistakes, turn it up a little bit, try to make no mistakes, and kind of just learning over time how I need to adjust my driving style to keep a consistent run at the big races.
So are you doing like a tank at a time? Like, hey, we're going to run this tank at, like you said, 75%, 85%. Every tank, you know, I didn't crash this tank. Now we're going to turn it up, or I crashed this tank. Maybe we're going to keep it at that level until we can keep going that way.
Yeah, pretty much in an ideal world. That's what I try to make my practice look like, is just doing 5-minute runs and going tank by tank and trying to figure out the kind of focus level that I need to be in. Like I'm the kind of guy who likes to think about everything while I'm driving, like think about every single line. And when I'm at my best is like when I'm fully just locked in, me in the car, thinking about every single line. Okay, I want to put my car here on this lap. Like every single lap, thinking about every single line. You know, it's freaking mentally exhausting, but that's just the way that I do good, is thinking about it like that.
That sounds like it needs to be a t-shirt, tank by tank.
Yeah. Hey.
Something on that
Racecraft
line.
USA. Joey, if I didn't know any better and you weren't wearing a J Concepts hoodie right now, I'd think that you're a fucking night trader, dude, doing stock trades and shit like that.
Night trader? No. I'm not that smart.
Ramos has a great question. What are you most particular about? Is setting up your shocks, pistons, radio settings? What is it that you focus on? Obviously, it's the whole package, but don't be cliche. Like, what is the most important setting for you? Like the most important settings?
Ride height.
Jesus,
I
asked him, not you.
Okay, sorry.
So I will say this is a little basic, but we do have the Tekno team, and they're always working together on the setup. That's freaking huge. If you're working by yourself, you're probably going to get lost.
Absolutely.
So, we've got all the fast guys on the Tekno always working together, and that helps a lot. But, like, I feel like probably, if anything, diffs is, like, the most important. Like, that's something that we focus on at Tekno a
God,
lot.
that's the worst one. That's the hardest one
Yeah,
to do.
Diffs
God,
are-
why did you say diffs, man?
Taylor
Diffs
DeLosa
are-
says, you need to know what weight oils in your shocks right now.
So funniest, the backstory behind this Taylor dude, he's a really good guy.
Yeah,
They
he's
run
dope.
the
He's rad.
Slow is Fast RC podcast.
Which
Shout out to them.
I hold on before you answer this question. He did ask earlier, what is your favorite podcast? Now that is controversial at this very moment. At this very fucking moment, it's very controversial. But he did ask the question, so I want to know the answer.
So I got these two guys. I got Brent Densford and Chase and Ehrlich, and Taylor DeLosa and Alex Schultz. They're all here right now. And so I don't want to make anybody sad, but
correct, dude. Hey, you won't hurt
Well
my
done,
feelings.
well done. You're
Right.
way on.
If
You're
you
well
like
on your
their
way to
podcast
make
more,
it.
if you like their podcast more, I'm a man. I can take it.
I watch your guys' podcast the most of anybody by far.
Okay, well that basically says the answer. Sorry, Taylor. Love you, buddy.
But I did do their
Thanks for your
podcast and I
support.
had a great time. Those guys are really cool.
Let's talk
But
about those
diffs,
taco.
diffs. So you're messing with your diffs all the time? Those are my least favorite things to fuck with
Yeah, diff sucks.
by far. By
But
far.
most
Yeah,
important,
absolutely.
they suck, but they're most important. But what is your shock weight right now?
My shock weight right now going to nationals or what I would run right now at the track.
I can't, dude, love you too.
Breaking hearts
man.
out here.
Okay, no, he said, I'm gonna pull it back up. This is the comment. We need to
Right
know
now.
what weight oil is in his
You
shock
wanna know what
right
color am I
now.
right now?
I'm gonna guess.
Right
We
now.
could guess for a
wanna know?
Beach RC hat. For a
Okay.
Beach RC hat, you can
Motherfucker,
guess.
no, it's a
You
wheel
can
and
guess
trigger
his
hat.
shock
Nothing.
oil.
Wheel and trigger
Oh.
hat.
No,
Oh, dang. Well, shocker.
I'm
Whoa.
guessing 650, 550.
Okay. No hats are given away tonight. No hats.
No oil.
Okay. No shocks or hats. At all.
Oh.
Okay, so
what's this?
to my question, back to my question here. What is it like being in the heyday of techno? Like it honestly. What?
Nothing, man. I love you, man. Just go with it.
Okay, so you're in the heyday of techno right now. I grabbed a pin. This is serious. I'm a skateboarder, right? And if you were older, Joey, you would know what it was like to have like the Bones Brigade, right? The Bones Brigade was the most influential team that's ever been teamed in skateboarding.
I know about
And-
the Birdhouse Brigade, but yeah.
Bones there was never a Birdhouse Brigade, but that's okay, Brent. The Bones Brigade was the team that everybody thinks about when there was ever a skateboard team. And right now, you are on a team with Mayfield, Figueredo, Hecker, Wiggins, Van Dalen, Tebow, and yourself, which is pretty
You're
much.
missing one. Hey, you're missing one. You're missing one. It's
Who'd I
my
miss?
homie, so I can't let it slide. Daniel Perriente.
Periente, sorry, I missed it. I try to get a fucking European in there, dude. I gotta
America,
figure it out. But Periente, the sickest team that's probably ever been assembled. How's that
Yeah,
feel,
we've got
dude?
the 1992 Dream Team right now. Yeah, I'm really happy for Matt and Danny. Like,
You're a part
they-
of that, man, and it's freaking insane. There's not a team that can touch your team right now
I mean, you're
with those
dreamy.
names.
You're dreamy. I don't know about dream team, but you're dreamy.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
Curls,
that.
those locks.
The Tekno
hey,
Brigade
You're
is
gonna make me blush, man.
strong, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
Chase,
And
You
you're
guys
a
are-
part of it. You're a patched in member of the Tekno Brigade.
he's
That's
right
pretty
about
fucking
that. Like,
awesome.
you are a big part of what's happening in the movement of techno right now. That is 100% fact.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm talking about
I've-
team drivers.
Right.
just an
So
idiot.
I've kind of been in techno kind of throughout the eras that they've had there. They've had, I would say you could say there's an era of Joe Bornhorst and Ryan Lutz working together.
Yep.
There's an era of Joe Bornhorst, Jared Tebow, and Seth Van Dalen, Tyler Jones. That was kind of our first time having a really solid team. And
Yeah.
then now we've kind of moved on to this freaking dial team that we've got with Mayfield and kind of heading us off, and then all the other guys working really hard together. So it's really cool. I've kind of seen a lot of things with techno, and this is for sure the happiest I've been with the team. Everybody's working together really well and getting really solid results. So
All right, so that very nice politically correct answer. Now here's a great question that you should answer.
between all the people going to that, who do you want to beat the most? Good question.
I'll be his best buddy.
I mean, yeah, I definitely like to beat all the homies. Like Caden is one guy I want to beat. He's doing really solid. He came off a good race at Silver State, Camden, but I don't really have any freaking rivalries in our city.
Who's your bar? Who's the
My
bar?
Who do I want to?
Yeah, who's the bar right now? In your opinion?
I like to base it off of my teammates, like Wiggins and Van Dalen. Those are really solid.
What about the
freaking
teammate
drivers.
that wins all the time?
Mayfield, I mean, what do you want me to do about that, man?
Well, we want to know what the bar is. Are you setting your bar for second place or first place? Like, what the fuck's your bar, bro?
I mean, I want to freaking get top 5. You know, is like I think a really achievable but really good goal. You know,
Yeah.
Top 5 is like a very solid goal for me. So I'd like to be in that. And usually when I feel like I'm on a good weekend, I'm kind of hanging with Wiggins and Van Dalen, if not like here and there, having a little bit better of a quality or something, whatnot. But if I'm kind of on their level, I know I'm doing pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
So mains are pretty much your, what do you call it?
I suck at quals, so yeah.
I'm the same
Mains
way.
are pretty much your prerequisite, as
Cup
I
of
should
tea?
say.
Cup of tea.
And then top 5, you're going home stoked.
Yeah, I definitely want to be in the mains. Like Silver State was my first time making all 4, which was freaking awesome. I was super, super happy about that. And now I'd definitely like to replicate that.
Yeah, I think that's a great goal, and you are definitely fast enough to replicate that goal. So you're on your way for sure. So let's go back to the hair
again.
More hair.
I was just kidding. That was just a joke.
Robert, can we get more hair in the studio, please?
I had nothing. I had to throw that in there.
I did. I had a hat covering it up, but I had to take it off in the green room because it was
washing you out. It was
bright,
washing you out. Yeah, you can't even see what the logo of the hat. There it is. So
Red Bull, baby. Shout out to Red Bull.
So F1, you're a huge F1 fan?
Mediocre.
Just bought the hat.
Yeah, we were in Vegas. We went out to the strip and they had like that little like store with all the F1 stuff. So we went out there and got some cool stuff.
We got another.
Perfect. I bought a straw hat at Albertsons the other day, and I don't really give a shit
Straw
about
hats.
straw hats either, but I thought they were cool.
Dave Hemingway, he wants to. What do you think about Roar doing a Canadian Nationals that also qualifies for Worlds from the Roar block? What's your take on that?
Cool. I mean, who's the fastest
Let
guy?
the Maples run, dude.
Canada right now. Probably Mark Sousa is the best in Canada right now, and I mean he's good.
What about Licky?
Who?
Licky. He made the semis last year, and at Nats. Licky. Canadian National.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he's a ripper, but it's cool. I mean, are they still welcome to come to our Nats or?
Yeah, so that's the beautiful thing about the Canadian Nats and the US Nats is that anyone can go to either one and there's spots designated for Worlds. So like if you don't make it here, if you want to take the chance and go up to our brothers above us and try your chance, you have a chance.
Cool. I mean, I've never been up there yet, so I mean, barring a disaster at nationals, you know, hopefully I stay down here, but you know, it's cool. Good for them.
So that what's going on? Like, you can have a shitty Nats. We don't want you to have that. But you can go up to Canada.
The 50th
and then go qualify and then get back into Nats.
You want to go there? We can go there.
No.
Go there. I think it's good for people like me. Like you're gonna make the semis, and you're gonna get your spot, pretty much punch for Worlds. Someone like me could go up there and possibly sneak in to something and get a shot. I say like me. I'm not really that great, but if someone,
can we get a Lucasfilm documentary on that trip?
I do want to talk about
Brent's Road to Worlds.
I can definitely fund and be the executive producer of that right there. Brent's Road to Worlds. It's going to be multiple stops. But I would like to plug is we if you have not gone to the beachrc.com YouTube page, Lucas dropped a great documentary from RC Pro-Am, and he's kind of taken a hiatus. We've been super busy, but he is coming to nationals and doing a documentary of nationals like he did at Chico a couple years back. It's going to be great. And this is a precursor to Worlds. He'll be doing this through Worlds. So looks like we do have somebody. Robert, why don't we bring him on in?
All right, caller, you are on the air.
Spare the RC guy.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Alex here.
Hell yeah! What up, Alex?
What's happening, dude?
I got a solution thing, I think.
To what?
The hair thing. Joey, you're getting haircuts soon, right? You were saying?
I might trim it up before Nats. Yeah.
I
hope it's awesome. Just go back to the mullet, dude. The curly mullet. It's fucking.
I'm
great.
thinking about it.
I dig it.
Maybe for Spain.
Well, if you just shave it,
the alpaca,
and then we just make a toupee out of your curls, he can have it. Then he can have your dream hair that he keeps talking about, and everyone waits.
Hey, he can hang it up in his studio.
I like this guy. That's better than a body.
Dude.
I want the hair, dude. Let's fucking make a lock. I want it.
That's crazy. I've never had somebody this obsessed over my hair.
I will take those locks and we will put them in the studio if you do it.
You can put a nice clear coat on them and hang them from your microphone.
Nah, dude. I'll fucking just put them in a bag and we'll hang them from a push pin on the wall, dude. It'll be amazing. If you do it, I want them. Good thinking, Alex. Thank you. You got any real questions for the man?
Taylor asked my only question.
Awesome.
Son of a bitch.
Fucking Taylor. Well, thank you. Thanks for tuning in tonight, brother.
Yep. Good luck in that, Joey.
Thank you. See you around.
So, Joey, what is your pre-race warm-up outside of Celsius's?
Pre-race warm-up? I don't know. I kind of just freaking go up the driver's stand, but I mean, if anything,
do you like to grind wrenching? Like, are you wrenching right before your main, or do you like to?
Yeah, it's got to be ready like well in advance because I hate freaking rushing to do that crap. Like, it just kind of stresses me out. I don't like to deal with it.
What's your wrench program like? Does your dad help? I know at the races he's your pit man, but what does your dad do as your wrench hand at the track?
At the track, it just depends how busy we are. Like, I'd say I do mostly everything now. Like his kind of job that he likes to do is just glue tires because I freaking hate gluing tires. So he'll do that, and then
Don't we all?
yeah,
You ever
he'll
tried
do.
an Assault RC tire gluing jig?
I don't like jigs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like to
You
run.
hate gluing tires. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Shout out to TZO. TZO's got pre-mounts, and that's all I run.
So what else does he do? He glues your tire.
He works on the engines a little bit here and there, and yeah, I mean, if we're at home getting ready for a race, like right now when we're super busy, he's helping out with the wrenching a little bit, like he did my nitro truck. So cool, thank you to Dad. And
Oh yeah, Bill. Cheers, Modelo to you.
Yes, sir. I'll tell him to crack a Modelo for you tomorrow. But
looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, he'll be up there at Nats. So yeah, I mean, I do pretty much everything besides the cooling tires.
Oh yeah. Well, dads are
Cooling
good
tires
for something for sure.
We had a question from John Moore on Facebook. You can pull that up, Robert.
My favorite style of track. It's a good question. I kind of really like wide variety. Like I like racing on different things all the time. You know, like going to Chico, for example, you have like really high grip, a little more technical, and then like super flowy. And then I also like tracks like Silver State where it blows out like insane. I will say for some reason, I just don't like DNC, the track there. It just, I don't do very good on the big track there. So yeah, trying to figure that out a little bit, but
Chase is creaming over that track right now. He's like, I can't wait to get back out there. I love the dirt.
It's certainly fun. It's fun to drive on. I just
need to
get a little faster on it.
What do you think about the tracks that have that go to the concrete and then back out?
Like concrete sections, it's cool. I mean, PNB's done that a few times. I think the best example of that was Redovon. They had that concrete whip section, and then like the 180 drop down. That was freaking cool. Sick. Super fun. But yeah, I like the mixed surfaces as well. Like in Spain, we're gonna be doing a mixed surface track, which has like turf and concrete, and like I think like almost 50% of the track is turf, so that's gonna be freaking gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Brennan Schimmel just entered the chat. Can you pull up his question?
Don't fluff his fucking fluffiness right now. We've actually got a caller on the line. Fuck Brennan Schimmel.
Well, I actually posted his 10 scale results for Robert, and they never got pulled up.
Well, you know what? That's because Brennan sucks.
No, he actually doesn't. He's actually ripping.
No, I didn't say that he wasn't good at RC. I'm just saying he sucks. Let's bring in a caller now.
Yeah.
All right, caller, you're on the air.
You got to be of a certain age to know that.
Yoshi.
Hey, Joey, how you doing today?
What up, dude? How are you?
Hey,
today, Junior. What are you doing, Yoshi?
I'm just, driving home.
Oh yeah, you have a good night at work.
I know it's your show and all, but I'm gonna tell you a little story.
Okay.
Speaking to the mic, Yoshi.
Yeah, speaking to your phone or to your speaker.
He wants mechanic. Work on anything.
What did he say?
Because I did my own I changed my brakes on my car and I didn't bleed my brakes. So
Rad.
Back brake.
So you're saying that you wish you had your own mechanic to travel with you to work on your car?
That's correct. Or someone more inclined than I am. Apparently, I can wrench on RC cars. That's okay. I'm trying to work on my nitro I got from a flea market. And that's not.
Did you say you got your nitro car from a flea market?
Yeah, man.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
I thought we were boys. Okay. I've had
I'm trying
enough.
my best to hear.
I can't hear you, Yoshi. We love you. Have a great night. Talk to you
Good night.
soon.
Good night,
Peace
man.
out.
All right.
let's-
On that note, cue a commercial. Huh?
Really?
Yeah.
There's
Please.
15 minutes left.
That's cool. Tekno, we love you. We haven't played the 1-Up commercial.
Raise hell, Mayfair.
Hold on, I'm gonna play it. I gotta find it. Jesus.
All right.
There's so many commercials right now. You know what? Let's play Tekno. We got Joey.
1-Up.
Love you.
Tekno RC. Tekno RC is a championship winning manufacturer of high performance A-scale, 10-scale, nitro, and electric RC buggies and trucks. With a worldwide dealer network, USA and Europe based headquarters, comprehensive warranty program, and global race support, Tekno RC is excellence in RC. View the full lineup of Tekno RC race proven vehicles by visiting www.teknorc.com.
If you want the best titanium hardware for your RC car or truck, then look no further. I'm Randy from 1-Up Racing, and you need to check out Pro Duty Titanium Hardware. My screws are super strong and incredibly light, like we're talking nearly half the weight of your kit hardware. Perfect if you're looking to cut weight and boost performance. I've got some of the sleekest and strongest turnbuckles available, super lightweight lockdown wheel nuts, and a line of specialty hardware to take your build to the next level. All designed in-house and made to our specs by expert machinists who know how to make it right every time. You're gonna love it. Pick one up for every build.
Can't see it.
Hey, so speaking of Tekno, I know you're beefing with Born Horse a little bit today, which is cool.
I don't beat with Born Horse. I talk shit.
Well, yeah, picking on him a little bit, but back in the day,
It's just
I don't know if
fun
you guys
kicks in the
remember
balls.
Oh yeah, challenge coin.
The Tekno coins back from the 2019 team. All the drivers got it. It's reversed right now. But this is the number 5 coin right here, which is the lowest one that anybody got out of the drivers.
Oh wow.
And this coin used to be in the hands of Joe Bornhorst.
Oh,
And
I'd win that.
so the way you would win it is you would challenge somebody for their coin, right? And if you won it, you'd get their coin, obviously, to try to get the lowest coin possible. And Bornhorst had the lowest one. He had the number 5. Tekno kept 1, 2, and 3, and then I don't think anybody got 4, if I remember right. So yeah, we were at a race together. I was like, challenge him for his coin. And there was a technicality rule where if you did not have your coin with you at the race and somebody challenged you for it, then they had to give you your coin. They had to forfeit it. And Joe,
technicality.
yeah, Joe being Joe Bornhorst, he did not have his coin that weekend.
I believe that.
Yeah, he was cool. He ended up giving it up, and I got the lowest coin.
Number
of anybody.
4.
That was cool.
So who's?
All right. So let's just let Brennan Schimmel have a second of our time right here, okay?
Hey, Robert, can you pull up the picture that I actually sent of Brendan Schimmel to try and give him some love? Please stop.
No, this guy does not need FaceTime.
Look at that. See, Brennan? I tried, dude. Look at you. You won.
Whatever, Brennan. So this guy, okay, Brennan Schimmel, he where are we at here? Let me bring up this comment. He says, listen here, Brent, just don't know how to party anymore. Age is kicking in. He's just jealous. I guarantee you, I would have smoked your ass after taking a quarter of a bottle of Blackberry fucking Crown shots at the Pro-Am around the track in a running race. I guarantee it. So talk all that shit. I challenge you next time I see you. But you don't.
I think races should definitely. I mean, every event should have a Grom race where they all run around the track like you guys did at Pro-Am to win a kit.
Who do you think would win?
Just whatever Grom.
You gotta win
whatever
something.
1500 kid.
Why do you
How
got
about like in the pro class? Who do you think would win in the pro class if we had to
In
call
the
that?
pro class, most athletic pro. Oh man, that's a good question.
That is a
Most
good
athletic
question.
pro.
Hey, I have a really good answer. I'll let you guys answer first.
I
but
think
have a-
Camden Line will win.
I
He
don't.
looks pretty-
I think
he looks pretty
Caden.
fast.
I think Caden wins.
Cade
Well, he's
Fuller
like
is
a
a
track
track
Fuller
star.
wins. He's
Track
an
star, man.
athlete, he's an athlete.
Okay. Yeah.
Caden wins for sure.
Caden wins in the pro category.
Yeah. Joey might be up there in the top 2 or 3 because
I'm not a runner.
I'm
You'd
not
probably
either.
kick everybody's ass. You've been in the gym, so tell us about the gym and your MMA stuff.
Yeah, so I'm a big gym guy. I try to go whenever I'm home, which is it's really tough to try to make a lot of progress because we're gone so much. But yeah, I try to train whenever I'm home, and then I've been training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for about 1.5 years, 2 years now, and I really enjoy that. Like MMA or anything to do with fighting is like honestly like by far the most interesting sport to me. Like it just nothing ever gets me as hyped as like watching UFC fights. Like on Saturday night, there was a card with Sean O'Malley and Mayrab, and that was a really good card.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I just absolutely love that stuff. And anything to do with fighting, sparring, I freaking love it. It's just so fun.
I know we're getting kind of close to the end of the night, and we didn't talk about something, and Levi Jackson's in the house, so I definitely wanted to bring this up because there's 2 races that I wanted to bring up. One which I doubt you're going to go to by the sounds of it, and the other one is obviously the Sick Cross. But I've got there's 2 races. One this next weekend is Nitromania, Chris Morant's race that he had to reschedule due to weather. I hope that it goes really well, just because I know the pain and suffering that he had gone through to get to where it's at. And so good luck to Chris Morant, and I hope everyone goes out and support. But it's also nice to see Levi Jackson throwing his hat back into the ring. Sick Cross going on at the Drake Raceway. When is that again? September, October, Chase?
I don't know.
We'll post a flyer. Excuse me. We'll post a flyer on the Wheel and Trigger page for everybody to check out. I'll also post the Nitromania flyer tomorrow. But it's good to see Levi Jackson getting back. September 11th through the 15th, he just posted. These races, there's so few weekends available, and there's so many great races.
14th, Sick Cross.
11th through the 14th. But yeah, stoked for those guys. Really hoping that everyone goes out and supports Chris Morant. I know it's the week before Nats. He didn't really have much of a choice. And the reason why he didn't have a choice, so that people understand, that dude is looking out for all the other tracks around him. It's very unique. Not a lot of people do this. Everyone just says, fuck it, I'm doing what I want to do. But Chris Morant's throwing a one-off race, and he didn't want to hurt the local tracks in the area. So kudos to him. I hope it goes fan-fucking-tastic. And I'm sure out on the West Coast at the Drake Raceway that Levi's going to kill it with Sick Cross. So I wanted to bring that up because we didn't talk about races. I had it on my things to talk about, but we were running late because Chase talks so much. So anyway.
That's why we started a podcast.
It's so true. But yeah, we got time for one more caller. If who wants to be the crescendo of the evening, now's your time to call in, talk to Joey. Joey, what's on your mind right now? You've got a platform. You're talking to at least 13 people right now. What's on your mind?
Well, I hope everybody's racing is going well. RC is in a pretty cool place. A lot of cool people. And yeah, looking forward to nationals. Trying to think what else is on my mind. I mean,
I got something to ask you. Sorry to break you up there.
No, you're good.
What do you think about the A-scale short course movement? Come on.
Okay, I drove Derek Harris's at Pro-Am.
Yes, there was like 3 of them at the Pro-Am, Chase, just so you know.
Was there really?
3 electric short courses at the Pro-Am.
So sick.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't set up for the track, but yeah, I think it's freaking cool. Like, it's a lot of fun. I don't know if it'll work out like as a class, but
I'm sorry. Oh, I love this shit.
It's a good time.
Keep going, Joey. How rad they are.
Hey,
how fun they are to drive.
What are you doing?
The ambassador of 8-scale short course is Chase Ehrlich.
No, it's not. It's me. I've been saying it since fucking before
the ambassador.
No, he just built one. I've been saying this for 3 fucking years. I've been saying this for 3 fucking years.
But did you build one?
I don't fucking have a Tekno.
Yeah, Brent doesn't have one.
Actually, there are some S-Works short course trucks being built right now. Just saying.
Yeah, you have the ability, dude.
I know, but
Everybody
I
has
don't
the
have the time.
ability.
I don't have the time. I have the ability. I don't have time. There's a big difference between myself and certain other individuals that have that time to do it. I don't have that. I rely on them. However, I'm stoked about it. What was it like driving Derek Harris's, other than the fact it wasn't set up for a rough track?
It was really fun when I could keep it on its wheels. I think.
Do you want one?
I would build one. I just need to find the time.
Dude, we got more and more coming, dude.
I need to find the time for it. It's kind of tough because I gotta maintain 4 cars all the time. But
make short course great again. Make short course great again.
Yeah, I mean that's what I grew up doing. So if we started racing that again, even just on like a club racing level, if a lot of people had that, it'd be fun.
Fuck yeah.
They're badass. I love it. They're so fun.
Well, man, I've been so hyped all night. I haven't even been able to let all my energy out. I'm probably gonna like just turn some rad music up in my truck on the way home, scream at the top of my lungs, get fucking pumped. I'm ready. I don't know why. Like halfway through the day, I was jacked, and I'm still dealing with air conditioner issues. I moved into this building, and I've had to do so much shit in this podcast studio. I can't even set it up because we were dealing with shit. Anyway, I'm just pumped.
Perfect.
All
Bob
right.
Grimm. Esberg, I don't know if Esberg has the energy to want to do an SCT.
I'm pretty sure that you just said something that was really derogatory and maybe even racist. I don't even want to. We're not going to touch on what you just said. And we're going to end this night on a high note, because anyone listening to Chase right now, just back up a step, take that comment out of your mind, and just, it never was said. It was just a ghost talking. Joey, thank you so much for taking the time, man. I had a blast hanging out with you last weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Chase, I love your face. Just keep it up.
Look at that smile.
Joey, this might have been the best, like, in-depth driver interview we've ever done. Like, actually questions and answers and everything. It's usually very lackluster and, kind of not in-depth. And, man, you killed it. You slayed this.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I really like your guys' format, because you guys like to kind of go in the flow and kind of just let the conversation go. I really enjoy that.
We literally have zero plans. Like, I made notes and didn't even touch half of them.
Hey, if you have some notes, let's hear one of them. Let's hear one of them before we end.
I only had one note, and that was the dream team of Tekno that you're on. That was the only note I have.
So I had this note
Tekno Brigade. That was it.
I actually did pretty good. I hit some of them. I said I didn't touch one of them. I hit some of them. But the one thing I didn't do that I wanted to discuss with Chase before we did it, because he's really good at these, but we didn't have time. So we're gonna save it for the next time. I wanted to have to play a fun question game with you, but unfortunately we didn't have time.
What do you have questions for him?
No, because you and I didn't talk, and you're the guy that
I was trying to think of something, man. I couldn't think of anything that rhymed with.
You said we're gonna have you invited Joey back after he gets back from Petiente's house in 2 months in Spain. So when you come back, be prepared for a game of Chase or something's.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Okay, ready. But you actually I did get through my notes, so my bad. And it seems like everyone that was actually listening to this tonight, all 13 of you, thank you guys for tuning in. Really enjoyed Joey, and I enjoyed Joey. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and good luck in Nats, dude. Like, you have the speed to be a national champion. Hopefully you can put everything together and finish second to an S-Works car. I love the fact that you're working really hard, and you're doing great, man. So keep up the great work.
I appreciate that, and likewise, excited to see you down in Texas. And thank you guys so much for the interview. Appreciate that.
And one last question: if you're running second behind Mayfield, you put him in the wall, and that's.
Listen. Think about this answer very, very, very tightly here. Like, this is important. You have a moment.
Okay, so draw up let's picture the moment right now. Are we last corner, last lap, or what?
Last corner,
for a national
last lap.
championship in nitro buggy. What are you doing?
He
Running
leaves
second?
just the littlest sliver of openness.
Does he go flying off the track?
Does it matter?
Okay, last corner, last lap. I'm in second. Nobody else is behind.
Nope.
He can't get any worse than second.
Maybe
he's got how many national championships does this guy have? Like freaking 11 or something?
Everybody's behind you. Everything's on the line.
This is it,
right,
dude.
well,
you have your chance to be a national champion in the most prestigious class known to man in RC. What are you doing right now?
I'll take
Are you holding it? Are you holding it to the pistol?
I'll go for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Might be
That's
my
the
new
kind of
favorite driver.
RC drivers we need in this world.
It's definitely a fantasy scenario. Hopefully, I mean, dreams come true sometimes. So
could be reality. You guys heard it here first. Joey Bourdon's going to take out Mayfield at Nationals.
No, we don't need to be spreading that around.
No, we don't need
That's my teammate.
All right,
Any
boys.
driver,
Have a great
driver.
night. Thank you very much. We appreciate you, Joey. Chase, thank you very much. Everyone that was listening, we very much appreciate you guys every time, not just tonight. Everyone have a great week. Be safe. See you at now. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing some Wheel and Trigger podcasts from Nationals. I totally forgot to tell you all. We're going to be live from Nationals doing live podcasts with all the drivers, anyone that wants to step into the booth. So be paying attention to the Wheel and Trigger Facebook page and YouTube. Other than that, have a good night. Peace.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Joey.